Hey, what's going on? Tonight's guest is someone that I've been a big fan of, from K1 to Pride to UFC and even into boxing. This man has legit done it all. Polarizing figure, massive in the fight business, and to be fair and to be honest, needs no introduction. So with no further ado, welcome to Mark Hunt and welcome to episode 12 of Health and Wealth.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Welcome, mate.
What's going on, mate?
Welcome.
I think it just came, like I said, thanks for having me on the podcast. And, Health and Wealth, I like the name. And, it's always good to be, always a blessing to come and join the brothers and, speak on different things and life's journey.
It's an honour to have you on, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Hey, Mark, you know the first time I met you, I didn't want
Was
to
I
say
eating or was I
No,
doing
I was
something
waiting
wrong?
for the cameras.
I was waiting for the cameras on. No way, has he been eating?
Look at me.
We're at the wellness.
No, wellness. Oh, yeah.
Bro, and I seen this big bloke walk over, and he walked over and he put his hand. I'm like, like I thought he was one of your mates.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until he was talking and I could recognise the voice, and when he walked over, because I'm used to seeing the hair. You know, the
Mark, when you realised it was
the
you,
short hair. And then when you walked over and you were talking, and I'm like, fuck, that's him, that's Mark. I went down into the magnesium pool.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, fuck, that's Mark, bro, what the fuck? And I was starstruck for a good, and then DC was there, shout out DC.
Shout out to DC, bro.
And then, bro, like from then on, I was like, bro, that's Mark Hunt. You know what I mean? And ever since then, fuck. I don't know, because I've seen the story, obviously, because I feel like you're the Pacific Islander Mike Tyson for us, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
But from what he's been through, you know what I mean?
100%.
And the journey and just seeing you and just having you in that moment, just for you to acknowledge me, you know what I mean? And
Oh, bro. I've been watching you guys on YouTube and, your podcast. I watch, you guys. I'm just like, because I watch a lot of YouTube now these days, not TV, just see what people are doing.
Got a lot of time now.
I ain't got a job, unemployed, it's Friday every day. But I spend a lot of time watching YouTube and playing games. So I'm a big gamer. But I've watched a few of your episodes.
Yeah.
I watched a few of you guys eating with the other guy. That's pretty cool too. As you can see, I'm a big eater.
What's the latest, Mark? What's been going on?
With myself, life, or just
life in general, everything?
Just, having, like I said, haven't got a job, a lot of time on my hands. A lot of things. I'm just separated from my partner, from Jules.
Yeah.
She told me to get the fuck out. Can I swear?
Yeah, so whatever you want, bro.
Whatever you want.
Get the fuck out. Okay.
What now?
So I had I moved to my own place just up the road. I did actually, I was in a camp. I started a camp. I was in with DC.
Yeah. For bare knuckle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to fight in September in Italy. But, I was supposed to win my lawsuit, which was fucking supposed to be done and dusted, but, they changed the goalpost on me. So I said, DC, bro, I don't want to be vegan anymore. I just need to go back to work and fight and go back and start training. So, I had to start focusing on the case, refocus on the case and put fighting to the back. But now that, we have, like, the aim and trajectory of the attack is at the front door. If I'm kicking the door down, getting on those troops to fucking smoke this door, it won't go down because they're big players, they're billionaires,
They're big corporations.
Big corporations, they got big gates going, look at this guy, we ain't letting you in here, get out of here.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit going on like around the line where everyone's saying, no, he lost, but we'll eventually get into it and clear it up.
So for me, like, I changed the trajectory. The trajectory is here, but I couldn't get through, so I've got to change the angle of attack. Like with fighting, I changed the angle of attack, so I'll go around the side. So I've got to go. Like I said, depending on who's the commander or chief still at the time. If he's still in commander or chief, then I have to wait a little bit, So I've now known what I'm doing with this case and with the lawsuits. So I have to go to. I've seen a tournament next year, a world tournament for bare knuckle. So K1 style fighting. 32 fighters. It'll be like 3 tournaments, 9 fights throughout the year. 3-fight tournament throughout the night for bare knuckle. I did K1 for a while, and that's how I started. So tournament fighting is not a problem for me. Also with bare knuckle, before I started fighting, I was actually doing a little bit of fighting here and there. So I'm looking forward to getting back to doing that.
Yeah.
I talked to the bro. I said, "Can you put me in next year. He goes, yeah, of
hectic.
course.
So next year we're gonna get.
So 2026, I'm 51, bro. I'm an old dog, you know what I mean? But I'll be 52 when I compete.
Still got it in you.
Always down for a fight, but that's coconut power.
It's just, for me, it's like, you know, I shouldn't say it's not a flex. It's not absolutely not a flex. I should be chilling out.
Pass for 40, bro.
I should be chilling out at my age and relaxing, but I mean, like I said, you know, if this is what the Lord has put me to do, then I'll go and do it. You know, it'll be to the very end. I'm gonna get out. I'll go and die on my show. That's it. So if I have to go to war next year, then that's what I'll do. 9 fights.
Yeah.
You know, there's a big prize money, which is good, which you have for the coffers for the battle. Even though it's nothing to do with these guys. Have got, you know, they're like some extremely powerful men, like corporations. But you know. It is what it is, like I said.
We'll eventually get into it.
It takes balls to go against something like that, bro. Fight the system.
Hey, Mark,
crazy,
you mind if we go back to the start of your whole journey from when you were a kid, like from the beginning where you, John, Steve and Victoria grew up in Papatoetoe, all the battles you faced growing up, all the way into when you came over to Australia in the 90s and went on to win the K1 championship against, what's his name, Francis
Fillier.
Yeah,
It was a tournament style fighting K1, the Worlds. Yeah, let's do it, man. What do you want to know about the start of it? I mean,
just the upbringing, the whole story.
Just the pain, because the younger generation, because they wouldn't know much. You know what I mean? Just like a quick brush over, Mark, just on your past, your history.
So my family immigrated from Samoa. My parents are Samoans.
Yeah.
They went to New Zealand. For a better life. I think they met there. They had us. We all. I was born in St. Helens Hospital in Auckland City.
Yeah.
Most of the islanders, Polynesians that came to New Zealand went from the city. They started in the city and then they migrated out away from the beaches, out south, out west, whatever it is. I was one of those two. I was born there. I went back to Samoa when I was younger. I think I was 4 or 5. I lived there for I went to school in Beasinga. I went to school there for a few years. My dad's village is Waikoloa in the city in Samoa. Yeah. And, you know, when I came back to New Zealand, I couldn't speak English. You know, because I was speaking Samoan, so it's quite fresh. But, you know, growing up, like my dad lost his job. My mum was the only income earner in that house. She was a machinist. They didn't earn much. You know, life got really crazy. I think a lot of families struggled, a lot of Polynesian families struggled in that era. And it wasn't, you know, it just wasn't because that the parents didn't know or wasn't educated about money and finance. Like a lot of them are these days, you know, it's hard to...
I feel like it's still like
financially illiterate. It's hard to explain, but it's not just my story. There's a lot of other Polynesians that grew up the same way. I mean, my parents were Mormons. You know, I'm a God-fearing person. My dad was a piece of shit. He was absolutely a piece of shit. He just, you know, and you know, he was. I was shit scared of him. He was, to me, he was like the bigger than Godzilla. Yeah. You know, and he was like the king of mental warfare. King of mental warfare, man. We were always shitting our undies saying, oh shit, he's come home. Because, you know,
Islander fathers, eh?
I understand that for you.
It's the worst, isn't it? Bro. In the worst, bro.
As soon as he comes back from work, we're all looking out the window.
Well, the car pulls out the driver or something. Goes, oh shit.
You hear the door slam.
Bro, something breaking, the whole wall. Quick, cover it up. The house is all, and all it comes in just to do is, you know, talks about bring the tea or bring this or whatever the fuck it is. And bro, I got beaten up all the time. We got beaten up all the time. And it wasn't just normal beatings, bro. We got used to just
crazy.
Bro. Dude used to tie me up like he's fucking tied me up here. One time with the guy, he's got the broomstick and bro. The thing was, he just didn't want weakness. People just go, and it was, you know, because I was the youngest, I was the first person to start crying. And I still laugh about it because we used to line up, he used to start whipping the fuck out of us. And then you know, I would be the worst because they're saying, fucking, I started crying there. My brother would like say, fucking shut up, you know.
Trying to save you.
Put on thousands of clothes, you know, thinking that you know, comes there, she's like, oh, take your clothes off. Your clothes on, bro. You know, like these guys are just fucking mental, but he just took it to a different level.
Yeah.
He took it to a different level. And he was also, you know, he was molesting my sister since she was 6 years old. He was just a real gutter rat. piece of shit, man. But we didn't know what sex was and, pedophilia was back then. We just knew something. Oh, wow. I just could feel it.
Yeah.
Why did he let us go run away at the park or this? And then, our sister wasn't allowed to go anywhere. And in our community, they try to say, they call it ma, they try to quieten things down like that. They're trying to say, don't talk about it. It's your uncle, man.
It's shame, yeah.
Motherfucker's doing this shit to your sister, whatever. Bro, put that guy out, bro. Man, he should be out there and he should be put on blast by everybody. He needs to, bro, it's not right. And that's the problem with our communities. I think they need an issue and a problem needs to be put out in front and say, this is the problem, and whoever did it, that fucker did it, he needs to be, taught a lesson.
Yeah. That's one of the biggest problems in our culture is that.
Yeah, it's
a sweeping it under the rug.
Because it's embarrassment. But the thing is, it's embarrassing not for us, for him, because it's an embarrassment for us because we don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You look at other cultures, they sit there and go, these guys don't fucking learn,
Yeah, bro.
But it's true, but it takes, it's with everything, I think it goes first with the person that brings it forward and says, we got to speak on these things, we got to go counseling, we got to do these things because it's important to learn. Otherwise, how are you going to get better?
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to, like for myself, I had a lot of issues because of my childhood trauma. I never knew I had childhood trauma.
Yeah.
I went to a counselor.
I was the same.
Bro, best thing I ever did was going to counseling because I thought I was a normal person, bro.
You don't know normal until you see normal people.
I met Julie, and she's like this. She's telling me all this shit, and I'm like this, huh? What? And then I said, oh shit, so it wasn't normal.
Yeah. Oh, you have naughty corners? Did you just get naughty corners? Fucking
I'm not
supposed to be hungry.
Are you wearing your jeans or your mum's clothes? Hey, what? The shit like that, bro, it's you don't know a normal until you see normal.
Bro. Yeah.
And you go, okay, I got the short end of the stick, like the real short end. But like I said, things like that, if you don't know, no one tells you. Like my parents didn't know about finances, they wouldn't know. So it's hard to blame them on that situation or story because they didn't know. It was like me not knowing how to lift the toilet seat after when I go for a piss. Piss all of this year. What the fuck, these motherfuckers? Lift the toilet seat up, Or like change your sheets or shit like that, you know what I mean? If someone doesn't tell you or educate you, you wouldn't know. So I don't blame my parents for anything about finances. They
didn't know any better.
They didn't know any better.
Even with raising kids, sometimes they just don't know.
Yeah, 100%. And with the molestation and the abuse, I mean, that's on them. That's on them, and we have to deal with it. I had to deal with it. We had my brothers had to deal with their shit. My brother, John, he killed himself, and then Steve, he's still got schizophrenia now. After I think it's 40 years. I mean, I didn't even know it's his birthday, but. He's like,
is he in Oz or back in?
He's in New Zealand.
Yeah. How's he holding up these days?
Man, I talked to him now and then. I was hoping my case would be done so I can go and get him and change his life and get him a couple of wives,
That's the dream. That's the dream.
It's the dream. Because he's got schizophrenia, man. I've got my gaming mate Dan. Shout out to Dan, the brother, for looking out for him because even after all these years, he's still got schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And it's hard, man.
But it's a lifelong battle, man, trauma.
And he got that, and what the catalyst of that was the abuse, the trauma. But what set it off was a breakup with his girlfriend.
It's a trigger.
It was a trigger.
Yeah,
That's what, and
they just shattered his mind,
bro, because he was the stress he must have been going through, getting his head bashed against, or getting. I mean, we all got beat up, but some of us. I mean, my sister got it worse, but. Man, you
compartmentalize the trauma so your mind can't handle it.
It would have been a sense of escape for him, and then when that was taken,
bro, he
lost it.
He snapped. He started, as a 16-year-old, he was standing up in school, taking off his shirt. He would go to his ex's house and just go in the front door and watch TV. And they're like this, oh, Mark, your brother's here. I knew how to drive because stolen cars. I learned how to drive in bikes and stolen cars, and I went and drove and picked him up. Bro, it was really hard because I really love my brother because he was good at sports. He was, he was trying his best. Yeah. Both my brothers tried their best, but it just didn't work.
The one that tried to be engineered, that's
he
him?
became a veteran turner.
Bro,
Bro, he only went to jail because of me. Bro, dumb. But anyway, we made a lot of. Well, they didn't make a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. the mistake he made was coming to help me out. Trying to rob guys for some shoes, and they during the day, and they knew who he was. Like, hey, Mark, my shoes. It's just stuff that you'll sit now and laugh about because it's as an old man you'll be sitting there going, man, you were that dumb back then. Yeah. But you gotta
memories of life,
right. And you gotta think about it as you get to a certain age, like my age. You think the stuff that you've done. The only reason you're still sitting here is because the good Lord has allowed you to sit here.
Man.
So why has He allowed you to sit here? Because because of purpose. So for me, I thought fighting was my purpose. No, and that's what changed for me when I realized what my actual purpose was. Was changing the status quo of contact sport, of all contact sport, through fighting, through my lawsuit. This is when I realized, it was like a moment of, it was like hallelujah. It was like hallelujah, the Lord's coming. It's like ding. I was like, damn. So this is no wonder why a lot of things have come to the way they are,
They happen the way they happen for this purpose.
Because not in a million years would I have ever met my partner, Fleur. There's not in a million years she would have the tools to assist me with this. There's no way in the fucking world.
I feel like when you met the new one, she educated you a lot with the business side of things.
Very much. There's no way.
You sound like a different man these days. Rocking the glasses and that.
I rock the glasses because I can't see. I had really good eyesight until I realized because I was driving to Melbourne to see her, and then I drove into Melbourne. I said, why can't I fucking see? I didn't get. She goes, we need to go to the glasses. Went to the glasses, up to the doctor, and then I was like this. Holy shit! I can see that. She goes, even driving down here blind. I just thought they were just lights, blurs. I was like, yeah. So she's just bad eyesight, but meeting her, Floyd, helped me educate me a lot. Meeting Jules helped fix a lot of my issues. To try to be a better person.
The healing, the trauma, and all the
so change first, second, third, probably fourth and fifth gear. Next thing is NOS. I'm going straight to the top with this.
I guess it's the reason why you meet certain people, eh?
You're absolutely right. For me, is
especially females, like with people that are traumatized the way we are.
Yeah,
it makes a big difference in life. Hey?
Yes, it helps us a lot, and helps us depending on where we want to go with it, with our lives, and what we're trying to do with purpose. To be honest, 100%. 100%. I do something because before, like I said, people when I didn't have a book out. People didn't know about me, and it's hard to speak about your life when you know my story about you're being abused, not sexually, but you're being battered as a daily with your father and all these sort of things. They know everything about you. They go, maybe people don't want to air their dirty laundry.
It's very hard, because it's like you're putting your whole heart on the platter.
And
stab it.
And I didn't want to. What I wanted to do was, it wasn't about finance. It was about. I told myself, look, if I can help someone else, regardless what it is, this is my purpose. And they said, okay, it's fine. And that's what I did. Yeah. The book has helped a lot of people. I think, a couple of airports, some dads have come to me and spoken about, thank you for saving my daughter's life. And I'm thinking, bro.
My brother, sorry to cut you off there, but my brother read it. He read it in jail. And he told me it's one of the best books he read. And funny thing as well, I got one of my mates, he's a big fan as well. And him and two of my other mates, bro, they've never read. I went to school with them, and one of the only books that they ever read was your book.
Wow.
And we always have a laugh about it. I'm like, bro, that was one of the best books. I go, bro, fuck.
I'm the same. I'm not illiterate, but I don't spend my time reading. Because
I'm the same. I'm a visual learner.
But the thing is, with some books you have to, you look into it and read it, because otherwise if it's interesting, some books it'll be good. Yeah. But because when you see someone, it resonates with you and your upbringing and how you are. Okay, I'm like that.
It's just about knowing you're not alone in the world. To be honest, it's even just having someone like that to know that someone else has gone through the same thing and then they made something of themselves.
Yeah, because I'm not the kind of person, I see all the stories. We see all the stories out there. Everyone done 40 years or whatever it is because they've done the wrong thing.
100%.
And that's because they've looked at someone else and goes, oh man, any one of us could have continued to be bad. Yeah. Any one of us could continue to be bad and do the wrong thing.
It's the easiest thing to do.
Easiest thing. Yeah. The hardest thing is staying on this side.
Yeah.
And I said,
I totally agree with that.
Staying on this side and trying to be a good person, productive member of society is hard.
The hardest thing in the world, I reckon, for some
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
You know, but when you go through these lawsuits, you think to myself, fuck, why the fuck did I stay on this? I don't want if I can go and shoot someone. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because,
Get the cuffs.
because you go to this shit and you go, why am I trying to be a good person with law when I get to deal with these corrupt motherfuckers?
Yeah, hard,
That's
hard.
true.
They're only high.
Biggest criminals in the world and the corporate.
Because your
man.
story is a crazy one, eh, Mark? I can
Yeah, yeah.
identify with your story a lot, of the violence and the sexual abuse in the household and that. It's crazy, man, and to see what you've become, man, it's crazy. It's like you're the definition of beating all the odds. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Like,
that.
it might not mean nothing to you, but I don't respect a lot of people. But when I seen your story, I was like, fuck, man, this guy is
inspiration.
it's everything that
Hard.
it's everything that Islanders should strive to be, or just people,
At
just
the
men.
trenches, bro.
Well, any, but not just islands, any
Yeah,
person to be
any.
like we don't. All of us can be the craziest person or the baddest person on the planet.
Yeah.
But then we're going to go and do something bad and kill somebody, you know, and then we end up in jail sitting there going, I blame this. No. A lot of us have gone through this, but we've chosen the other path.
Yeah. 100%.
Because we want to be better examples for, you know, like I said, it could be a lawless society if we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
But then who would win? The biggest amount of guns or the biggest group will win.
Hard.
You know, but, you know, we always try to be, I mean, there's always times when we want to do the wrong thing because it makes it's easier to do. But, you know, then you have to ask yourself, it's only, you know, the only person to judge you is God.
100%.
Hey, Mark, I wanted to ask you, because looking at your journey, because I've started this whole counselling thing as well, like with everything that I've been through and whatnot. And one of the things I wanted to ask you, because looking back at what you went through, because one thing I know, you know, when you grow up as a kid, when you're not seen and then you get older, it's hard to see yourself.
Yeah.
And I sort of got my own like interpretation, but I want to hear from your own words, like what was fighting for you? Like, you know what I mean? Because you know, some people, like, they fight for finances. Some people, they fight for like a kid, or they like their son or their daughter. But for you, I feel like it was like fighting to be seen. You know what I mean? Like with all the trauma, like with your parents,
rejection and
rejection and that.
Yeah.
Because you lead with a lot of trust. That's one thing I noticed. Like you lead, your heart's on your sleeve, and
100%.
and that's why people take advantage of you. I hate to say that, but
No,
that's
you're
what
right.
people, you know what
I
mean?
totally. Now they wouldn't, because I know better.
Yeah.
You know,
Takers recognize givers, bro.
Yeah.
I understand it, and you know, I get that, but I'm not going to change the way I am. You know, I'm always going to be an open person. You know, I'm not going to be. I shouldn't have to change the way I am because they're a bad person.
Yeah.
because they're a piece of shit,
Yeah,
as you
just as
said
you know, you're
before.
doing it for you.
Yeah, I know.
100%.
I shouldn't have to change the way I am because I'm a good person. There's nothing wrong with, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a good person. It's always a blessing to be a good person. I mean, anyone can, like I said, any of us can be bad people.
Yeah.
Any of us, you know. But we choose to go the other route. And like you said, with fighting, for me, fighting was about money. Fighting is about being seen, and I wanted to be. Shucks, I'm not like, as a kid, I grew up. You're a piece of shit. Your fucking clothes are hand-me-downs. You got no fucking money. Your whole family's broke, and that's the whole narrative of Markan. As a kid growing up, everyone made fun of us, and that's how I got onto punching on everyone. And I only got into when I got to a certain age, and I was big enough to just get out of jail for the first time. I was 16 or 17, and then I just started end up assaulting everyone. What'd you say? Or go to the club and it's like this. Get some drinks and that. And then that was the question. Weren't you the one making fun of me at school? And I got to go to, you know, and then
Payback's a bitch.
you know, like I said, any of us could be bad people. And I was already, you know, running amok as a kid, you know, already doing stupidish, craziest shit with you know, the groups were knocking around.
Yeah.
Kid, you know, I was asking Norm up in jail. I was like, I just didn't want to do it. I just said, look, we can be friends, just training together. And I just didn't want to do it. Anyone, like I said, anyone could be a bad person. I just didn't want to be that. I just wanted to be myself. I wanted to go
That's a
and
fight
be
in
better.
itself.
Yeah,
to
I
do
mean,
that, you know what I mean? To
well,
abstain from all those temptations.
Yes. And that's why I think fighting, for me, fighting was what God said to me. This is your gift. I'm going to give this to you so you can make something of yourself. Okay? It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
You're going to be scared a lot, but you're already scared as a kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you can use that fear to challenge and fuel yourself, fuel that vehicle you have,
Yeah.
you know, put turbos in that vehicle,
Yeah.
you could do a greatness in this world. And this is what I didn't see it at the time, but when I spoke at a few jails with the youth, they all sit there looking very tough. But when I said to them, when they said, they don't know my story, I said, look, when I was your age, I was in the jail there, same as you. Did aggravated robbery. I was looking at 4 walls. My options were limited. No schooling. I just hated the world. And I wanted to go and be the toughest guy in the group or the gangs, whatever. I want to smash everyone.
You ended up becoming the toughest in the world.
Hey, but that's my mindset. I mean, like when we have my fights with the brothers, the daddies give us all a hiding and say, bro, don't try and be tough here. Be tough out there. Go and show them how tough you are. And hello.
Went around the world, baby.
That's what I did. And so for fighting, I think, like I said, I think it was God's gift to me to say, here's my gift to you to save your life.
What would you say your relationship is with fear? Have you struggled with it a lot over the years?
These are a good question. Yeah.
Well, fear as a kid, I didn't know what it was. Like with molestation and sex, as a kid, I grew up. When you get anxiety and you get all that sort of stuff as a kid, you don't know what it is. But as you get older, you go, oh shit, I know you.
That's what it is.
I've seen you before. Hey, brother, come sit with me. You learn these things about fear and all these things that happen. And you sit with them and you go, this is my man here, this is my man here, this is my brother right here. But when you know them, you see them, you understand what they're about.
Yeah.
But you're the narrator of your own story. You are the master of your chamber. You dictate to them, hey, sit here, fear. I need to talk to you, bitch. And then all those other emotions, you bring them here. Because you're, like I said, you're the one you're the puppeteer.
Yeah.
You call the shots in your own ship. Just like I try to say, all these fighters say, you're the captain of your own ship. If you don't rule that like with an iron fist, like a dictator, then how is it gonna, how is all your troops gonna not work for you? If all your pistons are not firing in your car, like fear, all this shit, working to go forward.
Yeah.
Because how is it gonna work?
Fear's necessary. You need it to survive.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism.
It's fight or flight. You need.
So you sort of learn how to navigate through it, eh?
It's a process, and like I said, but once you know them and you see them for what they are.
Yeah.
But when you know you're the boss.
Yeah. You're sort of already at a head start because of the upbringing. So we're familiar with fear.
I don't know if that's a head start, bro. I think getting dealt those cards, a lot of people look at my brothers. A lot of people would have crumbled. But like I said, we all have our purpose in life, and this is if we do the right thing with it, we can help others with life.
You work very different when you got purpose.
Hey,
man.
Mark, what effect did the physical and mental abuse have on your mentality growing up?
I'm forged in the fire. When I got beaten by my father, like as a fighter, it was actually what I was supposed to be doing. Getting hurt. What you're supposed to know as a fighter is how to cope with that hurt, cope with it. When you're getting hurt, my mind's at its calm, just going, oh shit, that pain's right there. But I'm fully focused. I'm not going, oh my fucking leg, up the leg. I go right here. I'm here. I'm focused. I can feel it. I know what it is. That's pain. I know that. I've known that since I was a child.
Because every time I watch you fight, there's just this look in your eye. Yeah. It feels like like mentally in your head, you're fighting everything that ever got thrown at you in life.
Bro, well, I mean, shucks, that's what a prize fighter does. Like I said, I got, I started late in life with it, but I still, like pain is part of what I was given as a kid. And that's pain and hunger. One of those. This is great life, when you're sleeping in a tree at 8 years ago, again. I'm hungry, I got a fucking fucked up ear, and I'm looking at this guy, I'm freezing cold. I go rub these guys with their towels. It's kind of funny when I look at it now in my life, and I look at it as that kid, and when I go back to that tree now, I sit there and go, fuck, that tree's only small. But I thought it was the biggest tree in the world to shield me, to shield me from from my fucking crazy father.
Hey, Mark, I wanted to ask you as well, because me and my brother, and I ask this respectfully, because I got kids as well, and one thing the healing journey has done for me, like counselling and doing all that, it's helped me deal with my own shit so I don't pass it on. So all the mistakes I made and the way I got treated, I don't put it, lead it on to the next generation, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And me and my brothers always have this inside joke. Like when one of us goes crazy or spazzes out, we're like, fucking, he's got dad's anger. You know what I mean? And we have those little moments where we laugh at each other. I wanted to ask you if anything that your dad has it passed over to you? Like in terms of anger, like resentment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit, I know like you feel a certain way about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it's passed over to me, but you know, I choose not to be like him.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said, you know, if anything, I'll never choose to be like him. If anything I've learned from my father, is never to be like him. So I've got a lot of his traits, and it comes out to my partner. But I always never try to bring it to my kids. But, you know, a lot of them comes out with the kids. Like I said, I never tried to be like my father. My kids are, you know, outgoing. They talk shit to me. They just make fun of me. You know, they don't listen. You know, it's just they argue all the time. But I'm happy that their kids like that. You know, I was like this.
Like,
you know,
withdrawn, disassociated. I know exactly what you mean.
You know, hiding at the back.
Yeah, bro.
You know, when lunchtime comes, you know, it was so embarrassing. I started just every day just crying in the fucking. I didn't like going to school because because no food. Everyone's have their lunch and they go like this. And then the most embarrassing part was the teacher, Miss McDonald, goes, "Oh, has anyone got anything for Mark?" You know that poor kid. You know that poor kid is like,
oh man, that's like putting your business on Front Street, man.
Bro, has anyone got anything for Mark to eat? I was just, you just kicked me in the face. Okay, yeah, I'll accept it because I'm already on the ground. I'm like, yeah. Kick me, I'm a dog. Arr, arr, arr. You know, that's why I didn't like school, and I didn't realize. You know, people think I'm dumb, but you don't realize how smart you are because I didn't have the opportunity. I left school early because I didn't like school. You know, because I was too busy worried about. You know, I just hated school. People making fun of me. Just wanted to assault everybody. It just, you know, you just become really withdrawn. And that's what happened to my other siblings, you know. They try to educate themselves. The other one tried sport. It's just it's a hard thing to try and deal with. You know, you guys would know, and you sit there and you try to, you know, and every time the thing about me was, you know, bless the good Lord himself, is he allowed me to go to myself. Every time that this shit happened, people made fun of me. Mark Hunt, the mental Mark Hunt was saying, "No, you're not like that. Fuck that guy. You're a good person." I put good coins into myself. Every time they make fun of me, I'll be like this. No, Mark, you did. This voice was always talking to me. You're this or that. Nah, look, you can run faster than. Look, you're faster than. You can do all this better than any of them.
Learned that early, huh?
Bro,
I learned that far too late, bro.
Learned that early, bro.
When you grow up in a negative environment full of violence and that, you always think like you feel like you're not good enough. So
you're not
always
good enough. You're shit. You're this and that. But nah, man, I was always speaking to myself, man, like I was crazy. I'm like, nah, man, nah. And then it'll go from there to fucking anger. I'm like, kill that motherfucker. Kill that motherfucker tomorrow. Kill that motherfucker the next day.
You know that rejection wound runs deep, eh? Sometimes do you feel like it triggers you now as
it does.
Grown man?
I swear to God. But because, man, as that kid, you're hiding a bit, crying, and you're fucking just being assaulted. You know, you got to go to school and get abused by people. Hammered here.
Fighting at home and fighting at school.
You're getting smoked everywhere. You just walking around, I'm just going to go jump.
At that point, just pull pants down, turn around here.
Just fuck me in the ass. You're already fucking me sideways, ain't you? That's the part. That's the truth, though. Yeah. That's what I was getting. You know,
funny but true, bro.
But you get a shit on. You shit on at home. You go to school. You get shit on by everybody. Yeah, go how back home. It's just a cycle of shit. You're just a shit.
As a kid, it's a lot. It's a lot to process as a kid. You're like, what the fuck is this happening to me?
Look what happened to my brothers. He's talking about getting down some bad cards. But you know, when I look at it, like I said, it's all in context, right? All in context. For us over here, you know, it's pretty much that. You know, other countries, you know, I know a Sudanese man. His reality at 10 years old was AK-47s fighting a war, like I told you about. Ding adut. That's his reality. He wasn't worried about hiding a tree or scared in the tree. He was out fucking gunning people down.
But the thing, you know, the thing with that, I feel like trauma and pain's the same. Doesn't matter. It feels the same.
Bro, like I said, in context of different where you are, it depends. You know, it doesn't matter. You just got to deal with it wherever you are.
People just deal with it differently, eh?
Yes, they deal with well. They were dealing with death all the time. And we were dealing with a lot of our traumas. With families that weren't educated financially, you know, literally all the other stuff.
Did any of the traumas did that affect any of your relationships later on?
Oh, bro.
Tell me about it.
Bro, man.
Because I feel like our partners are the first line of defense. They cop it.
Like I just said to you earlier, it's our partners that get the brunt of everything. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this? You know, and they're
Story of my life,
bro, they're going, I can't believe how the fuck. God, bro.
This guy's mental.
He's fucking deranged.
That's it. That's the partners. The first person to get it, you just see his fucking mum. No, his mum's like this, bro. And you know what? The funny thing is, all the girls and my daughters are the same. They're just, bro. But they just hammer you. They just say, just shut up, stop doing, you know. Right, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's the partners that get the, you know, and that's because we love them the most.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
like when your father's giving you a high and tied you and goes, "I love you, son. You're gonna back and you know."
Yeah, they're the only ones that have that limited amount of access that no one else has.
Yes,
So,
they're the ones that see it for you. Like I said, I counseled. We were doing counseling with Jules. You know, as a 24-year-old, 25-year-old, I didn't even know it was counseling. You know, we had no. You know, we didn't have much money. I was renting in Surrey Hills with a one bedroom sit. You know, she'd come over. I'd just have a bit of weed. I'd get high, and I'd speak to her about. She said, "Oh, tell me a story." And I think, "Oh, what kind of story?" She goes, "That was like the count." Then I tell her a story.
Was she slowly doing it to like getting it out of here?
She was like, "What? There's something wrong with this fuckwit. I need to talk to him, bring it out of him."
You did the thing. These palangis are weird.
I thought they were weird. But you know, we're talking to Jules. She really, you know, we'd spent a lot of time together talking about, you know, she just liked to listen to these stories. She's like just going, "Oh my God, this guy's fucking doo-doo." But yeah, so that's the counselling that I had with Jules and didn't even realise it.
Yeah,
It's crazy because they can push your buttons as well, like no one else can. Because they know every little detail, so they know where to press, where it hurts.
Yeah.
Bro, it triggers you, it triggers you bad. Like, that's when it comes out.
Did you end up eventually going into seeing a clinical psychiatrist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one, I've been going to one for a while. I stopped seeing it. It was a bit too far in Newcastle because I moved back from Newcastle. I went through a couple of years of separation up in Newcastle. I came back and I used to go see her and just speak about traumas, you know. It was quite funny.
How much of an impact did it have?
A lot,
it
was huge because I could, like an emotion, like she said, like an emotion goes past. It's like a cloud. You see it,
bro.
you let it, you know, you see what for it, you let it go.
Feel the weight.
Yeah, you feel the weight and you say, okay. And like I
feel it and let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had, one instance I was, I'll tell you a story. I think I was driving in Newcastle. Guy was driving really aggressively, blah, blah. Pulled up next to him. I said, "Oh, mate, you know you could get into some serious problems. You could have an accident. No, you could have an accident driving like that." And he goes, "Who the fuck you ever have this?" "Oh no, you know, I was just saying your driving is kind of erratic." And then my first thought was, "This cunt, I'm gonna jump and kick his face." You know, that's my first thought was.
Yeah.
And then I said, "No, that's just the cloud." He just got angry and just let it go. But then, you know, later on, he messaged me on my fan page when I had socials.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I didn't realise that was you." And I was thinking, "Bro," I was like, you know, and that's
growth, right? Yeah.
for me. And the other thing also, when I had finished sparring one time in Newcastle, I think I got beat up, but I went. I was on my biking back to my place. You know, I just started after counselling. I just started crying. Just broke down and crying. I was crying here, put the shades on, fucking crying, and then went to the shop, started crying, and was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?"
Yeah.
And that's you know, that's the counselling bringing the trauma out.
It's like water, man. It's like water. When it overflows, it has to come out one way or another.
Have you gotten to the shadow work yet?
Shadow work?
Yeah.
No. I've did a little bit of this and that. But not
too deep in.
Not too deep. I think I know where my triggers are always, and you know, I always can pull back. You know,
I'm the same. I didn't go that far as into shadow work, but I know my triggers enough to not sit there.
Yep. So counselling really helped me. I feel we shouldn't internalise. A lot of us polys internalise our shit.
Man,
a lot of people internalise it.
Biggest thing with us polys, man.
And that's the problem. We internalise it. Have you seen that movie where that guy internalises all his trauma?
Yeah.
Then he goes out there and jumps out the car with his fucking machine gun and starts. He goes crazy.
That's killing people. Yeah.
Fuck this.
We internalise it to the point where we don't talk about a lot of things, and then you see a lot of our people. We're known for the guys that drink and get violent. That's all the stuff that we internalise comes out. Drugs, alcohol.
100%.
And then you got a whole bunch of our people in jail. They're just hurt.
They need to, like I said, counselling is, bro, it's something that needs to be spoken about. All our traumas need to be spoken about. Yeah. So, like, you know, when I put my story out there, it was to say, you know, okay, this has happened to me, and this is what needs to be put out there.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is, and then it's got to be you got to look at the problem, fix it, so you don't have to go there again.
100%.
Like making a mistake, you don't go through that same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
And talking helps, man.
You reckon there's something wrong with our culture when it comes to that?
Education.
Yeah.
Putting shit out there supposed to be out there, stuff that happens to us, we shouldn't try and, you know, call it like being shameful. It happens to every culture.
Yeah.
You know, they just deal with it differently, you know. Things like a lot of our culture are positive on different things. You know, positive. But, you know, the minorities, it always happens to the minorities. Yeah. But, you know, as a minority, you've got to go, you know, we have to be better than everybody else. That's how we got to get better.
Hard.
If you fight like the whole system, as well as the things that normal people go through in their life, as well as all the shit that gets put on you when you're younger, as well as, so it feels like sometimes the whole world's against you. But when you find, like when I found these boys, and, you know, when you find some certain people, they help push you up.
Help elevate, like a relationship.
100%.
You're supposed to elevate each other.
Yeah.
Not put each other, elevate each other, bro.
I think that's
Sorry, go ahead.
Go on. I think that's what we try to do with the podcast, man, is try to show people that there's more people that go through the same thing, similar to with your book, I guess.
Yes,
that's what our goal was with this.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. Like I said, I respect you guys, and that's why I'm here. With to you know, speak on my experiences in my life journey with it. You know, as a minority, like, you know, there's just us as minorities, as a Polynesian. There's other minorities, but you look at those minorities. They did the same thing. They become better, much better than everyone else. So 100%. They can lead by example, do in the better way. You know, so
show what's possible.
Yes, yeah.
Just a lack of education on our part, eh?
Yeah.
It's the one thing they can't take from you, bro. Educating yourself. It's knowledge. They can't take nothing from you.
Knowledge is power. Yeah.
In your journey, Mark, like growing up as a kid, all the trauma and everything, when did it start to like click over, like the light bulb moments where you started to like grow a conscience? You know, when you start to think, like, you start to give a shit?
Because at the start, all these chopper talks, like, nah, bro. It's not about this trauma shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean?
As you get older, as you start having children, and the kids, and you realize, man, and then you get a conscience. Like I said, you knew, probably you guys know as you're growing up, you're like, man, you don't give us, there's no consequences, you know. You end up in jail.
The no kid mark hunt.
But that's it though. You know, you get all this shit happen to you. You end up going the wrong route. You start doing crime. You ended up, you know, like I said, I'm just lucky that the good Lord didn't put me in you know, and didn't make a mistake for life.
Yeah.
Some people make a mistake when they're young,
just like that,
for life. Yeah. Remember that they don't get another chance. That accident happens. I know people that have hit someone, knocked their head on the ground, they died. You know, people just made the bad mistake, and that was them done.
1 minute decision cost 50 years.
Yes.
I feel like, Mark, with your journey as well, like, just, bro, because you've been the underdog, even in K1, like, bro, how does someone that's like pretty much won the tournament get, you know, as an underdog, like, constantly, like, and I feel like with you, like, you were handpicked. You know what I mean? Straight from the club of bashing that bloke, first fight, and then the tournament, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
You came over in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
that's where it started.
I was 20 years old. Yeah, I came 21 here, but we mugged those guys at the back. That's why they pulled Jono out, my mate, and they were kicking into him. You know, and then I went to help him. You know, I had Johnny Rebs on there kicking, and then I ended up they were kicking into us. You know, and
crazy.
So that's how I started my look at fighting. I mean, you know, I didn't have no inclination to be the world's best fighter or anything. I didn't give a shit about it. Just, you know, trying to live life and get by. Ended up, you know, being a prize fighter and, you know, amateur background. Just get in there, boy. Get in there. Oh, yes, master. 8 hours.
Because you won the K1 championship against that Francisco Ophelia.
It was 3. It was 3 fights. So the first fight was Jerome Labana.
Yeah.
And then it was Stefan Lecker, and then it was Francisco Ophelia. So it was a tournament fight.
That was 3 fights in one night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's going to be crazy, huh? 3 fights in one night.
Your second time you fought him, that was my favourite fight.
Yeah, that's the time that, you know, like I said,
13
16. 16.
The 16, sorry. Yes.
You had him against the ropes, like. I think that was a hook or...
It was God, bro. It wasn't me. It was all God, bro. It was all God. That's how I felt going into that.
Yeah.
You know, like before you go to a fight, that fight there, it was just, bro, I could just feel it. I stopped smoking for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I stopped smoking for 8 weeks, and bro, I had the good Lord on my side, 100%, man. That story is called the 2001, the K1 Bible.
Yeah.
That's called the K1 Bible, bro. 100%.
Because you only started fighting 2 years before that, right? Prior to that.
No, I was fighting. I had my first fight at 17.
Yeah.
But I was just a kicker. I mean, I'd go out clubbing with the boys. I'd see my trainer.
Yeah.
He said, Mark, come and fight next week. Sure.
So that's what they meant by you had no experience before. Like you were still in the...
I had my first fight after 4 days. I was street fighting, and I got all of these scars here, but I didn't have proper training. My first trainer was Sam Masters. He's a doorman in the club. He's like this, you know, after the incident happened.
He's the one that got you.
Hey, he's like, come, I'll do this Muay Thai shit. And I said, what's that? And he goes, just come on. Oh, man, yeah, you know. And I said, oh, yeah. Because, you know, he goes to me, you think you're tough? And I said, sure. So that very club I fought in, it was quite funny. So no experience. I had like probably a few days of training at his gym.
Yeah.
That's why I met DC.
Yeah.
I thought all these guys, I went in there, all these young, good-looking kids.
Yeah.
You know, they had abs. I said, I had abs too, but I was like, what are these kids up to? You know, I didn't know that DC was a hood. It's a gangster. You know, not the CCBs. Shout out DC, brother.
Shout out DC. You see, hardcore stuff. You know when you fought Jerome Labana, you tore your PCL, eh?
No, he tore it.
Oh, he tore it.
Yeah, it was a kick.
Yeah.
So in the first fight, a guy named Stefan Lecco fucked my leg up. So when the PCL is the strongest tendon in your leg. That's the back one. It's because they call it the dashboard injury. So when they get a car crash, the dashboard hits the leg back, it bang, it snaps that back one that holds it. So as if you're a rugby player or something, you've got to have that on. Otherwise, you get tackled. It's like,
then it'll just fucking come off.
So it was the kick that he did after the leg was all fucked. He kicked it a step. So I heard it snap. Go,
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
that was. I heard it go ding, and I said, "Oh, what's that? Fuck!" I go, "Damn, that's really sore." And then I goes, "Oh shit, I'll get up."
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but like I said, pain was like I knew him from a long time, so that pain was sore, but. I've known that pain for a long, long time.
Very familiar.
Very familiar. When your dad's got the scene and he's going to go
torturing you.
Oh God, please help
Mental
me.
warfare.
I said, I got to get out of here. Where am I going to go? Oh, let's go somewhere really nice and sunny. On the beach, on the beach.
It's funny.
Oh shit, that hurts.
It's funny how we get older, we can sit here and laugh about it, eh? But back then it would have been so touchy to talk about. Oh, bro.
But that comes with maturity, bro. That's why I sit and laugh, because it's
that dark humor.
Bro, like if you didn't look at it like that now, you'll be pretty hurt.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey Mark, you know that Ray Sefo fight?
Yeah.
Bro, you took it on 4 weeks? Was it 4 weeks now or 2 weeks?
Nah, it was 3 weeks. I was in Auburn at a party with my mate Dave at his place. We were on the drink, and then
They hit you up and then...
Yeah, they hit me up. Dixon.
That was one of the best fights.
Well,
entertaining fights at least.
I reckon, man. Ray Sefo was never the same.
He was never the same. Didn't he go on? He was in hospital or something.
His eye fucked up.
As I was fucked, but I think I was never the same. Because like the ding, because it was one of those fights that like I said, 3 weeks prior I was in Auburn with boys having a party, drinking, smoking, all that shit. And then he calls me to fight this guy manager, and I said, "Oh yeah, sure. Sure, how much money are you gonna need?" And then he's like this, this blah blah blah. But you're fighting around. I said, "Oh shit," because Ray's like the first one to be like like a lot of.
Ray was like the favourite at that tournament.
Oh, he was an established fighter in K1.
Yeah,
he was one of the Japanese stars. Like with the top 8.
And you were the underdog.
I was nobody. I was just trying to make.
I feel like they always ruled him out, but he always came out on top.
He always came out on top, Mark, bro. I swear.
Well, that's a fighting mentality.
God's favourite,
no, not about God's favourite, but it's the fight. It's the dog fight, right? You know what it's like. You gotta anything you want. If you want it, you can go and fight for it, man. Fuck it. If you're gonna die there, die there. It's like the.
It's there to take, eh?
Bro. If you want it. It depends on
if you're ballsy enough
how
to go
far
for it.
it depends on how far you're willing to go.
You know when he was hitting you when you put your chin up? What was going through your mind?
That's just called stupidity.
I swear when I say that, I'm like, this guy's got no fucking, like he doesn't give a fucking, you know, no fucks given, bro.
Nah, bro, it's like this. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's do it. Yeah. I like that shit. Oh, shit.
Fuck, I see that, you know, from back in the day until now, I still watch that, bro.
But that's because, like I said, there was no fitness. Like I said, you know, you got to be pretty loco, like I said. But that was me. Like I've seen that before. Yeah. I've seen that. You know, I know that. I know that pain. I know that. I know what it is.
You know, trauma opens many doors, eh?
When I say that, bro. When I first watched that, Mark, obviously I was young. I didn't know the journey. And then when I read the book in the background, and I was like, yeah. He's not dropping him. very, very against you, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, he knows pain very well. Yeah.
Bro, when you know it, bro, you're like this, oh man, I didn't even, bro, the only thing that is
pain
death.
And chaos, eh?
Bro, if it's death, that's the only thing, then that's it, you die. Everything else you go, fucking, do whatever it is. You know, there's nothing, I know it all. What do you need? Yeah, that's it, you're dead. You know what I mean? That's it, move on.
What was your favourite fight, Mark, out of your whole career?
The fight that I'm having right now, it's the hardest fight of everything.
The fight you were born for.
This is the fight that I was born for. This is the fight
Ali clause, huh?
Not the Ali Act.
They're going to be the mark.
No, the Ali Act is the first one, because they don't have to mandate the...
That's for boxing. The Ali Act is for the boxing.
Yeah.
They're going to call this the Hunt precedent.
Yeah.
This is for this. So this is for all content. This is the fight that I'm really into right now. This is the only fight that matters. My career about being the best fighter, well, they mean shit.
Yeah.
Every fighting... Like, you know, bout doesn't mean nothing. This journey here and fight here, being on the right side of history, is the most important. Above everything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know much about the whole situation. I purposely don't educate myself on things so that I can get like a actual reaction when I hear these stories. And what is it that you're actually fighting against? What is the issue at hand that you're trying to raise awareness on, I guess?
So my case is an approved RICO case.
Okay.
So do you know what a RICO is about?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
So RICO, in a nutshell, us four, okay? Us four, we're entities, we're corporates, whatever it is. We all collude together to make, for one purpose. That's money. That's RICO. They're an international group. So the guys I'm against are UFC, USADA, INSAC, Dana White. These guys colluded together for one purpose.
Massive conglomerate.
To make money. Yeah, my case, I've got the evidence, I've got everything. It's been going for nearly 10 years. The thing about people that realize about this case is I have all the evidence. The only thing saving them, I feel right now, is the Commander-in-Chief Donald Trump. He's friends with Dana White. So it makes it kind of hard, especially if he's the leader of the free world. He's at the front going, who's that boy over there? Yeah, me. Hey, open the door. You know?
Man, that's treading on some landmines, bro.
Hey, man.
Bro, it's such a corrupt country, bro, I swear, man.
You know, bro, and this, you know, he was telling me that my manager, who's a lawyer, he was telling me he's like this. But anyway, so the fight's a RICO case that I put on the UFC when I fought a guy named Brock Lesnar.
Back in 2016, right?
2016.
6 months after the fight, he popped dirty. Yeah.
They knew before that.
Hey, Mark, you know sorry to cut you off, but see, I don't understand how it works. Like they test him before the fight, but then the result comes after? Like how does that work?
So with this incident, they knew he was dirty 3 weeks prior.
Oh no, wait, so they knew.
Yeah. So they knew before that. I've got the records.
Yeah.
They popped him twice before that.
Yeah.
They popped him the night of. The night of doesn't matter because the result come back after.
Yeah.
So they knew 2 weeks prior, they pulled off John Jones of that fight because he popped already.
Yeah.
They had to have some other fight on there to make the sale of that because they were selling their company.
Yeah.
You know? So I have the emails of them colluding together about how they'll handle the optics of the media when they give him these exemptions. So they gave him an exemption not to be tested from USADA. This is USADA.
So they've got that on paper.
I've got the evidence on emails,
That's an open and shut case, you know what I mean? Like,
it is if you're dealing with shit kickers of the world.
Nah, these are the elites you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like, Mike? It feels like it's just one of those things where they're just dragging it on, just hoping that
You give up.
either you run out.
They have unlimited funding, so they'll just try to drain you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about this case is that when it started, I found it, my lawyers, her name's Christina Denning, you fucking piece of shit, you and Brian Bosey are going to get sued. So for 7.5 years, she lied to me about my case. So I have on emails from their lawyers, Colby Williams, you're a piece of shit too. So Colby Williams saying to us in emails that she came to them, because she was trying to get paid out, she goes to them, I will forego RICO. You know, this is what my lawyer.
You mean the female one that the original one, the one that she was on the stand documentary?
Yeah, her.
She filed the first motion in the federal court, right?
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's the one that, I've got his email, we've got all the documents. She's saying, I'll forego RICO for you guys.
They really are crooks, these motherfuckers.
Bro, shit.
Get to you any way they can, bro.
Bro, the lawyers, bro, they try to send people to intimidate my missus in Melbourne, bro.
Nah.
Do you think it
I
was
swear to
I
God.
lost my
You know
faith.
what happened? They tried to intimidate her in Melbourne. I went back, I was going to Sydney. I had to turn around and go back to Melbourne to make sure they were okay.
God.
Bro, we put them in the RICO case. We put their lawyer, Colby Williams, in the case for intimidation and stalking.
Fuck.
And then it stopped.
Bro, it's
It
the men in
stopped.
black, cuz.
You reckon that first lawyer, the original lawyer, you reckon she was a part of any of that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
They would have put her there.
This is how it started. She was with a law firm. Who started as my manager, Mike. We got this law firm of 100 in San Diego. She was with them. When she said to me, she came to me and she goes, Mark, I want you to come with me. I'm starting my own law firm. I've got a billionaire backer for your case.
There you go.
I was like, yeah. Guess who the billionaire backer was?
Who was it?
Probably Dana White.
Yeah.
He's not a billionaire anyway, but you know, he's a scumbag. You're a scumbag, White. I'm going to get you. But anyway.
Hey, Mark, did he try to like throw money at you just to quiet you down? He would
I think the cases try to be settled like 8 times. I've only been to 1.
What was the biggest number they threw at you?
I've only been to 1. The rest of them I didn't go to.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because you know why? Because I didn't know.
What? They never told you? The lawyer never told you nothing?
Fuck
What's
me,
her name?
Bro.
Her name's Christina Denning, you fucking skank. You're a 2-bit whore. You're a prostitute. I'm going to get you.
Fuck.
Just to add some context to it, bro. You know the guys that he's fighting, like the BlackRock and Rain Vanguard.
Yeah, hard.
They bought.
You can't take them on, bro.
They only just started.
They
Just bought 10%, 10 or 15% of Class A stock from Ari Emanuel and the look. They didn't know Ari Emanuel from where I sit. Ari Emanuel bought a company that he didn't know had an approved civil RICO case on it. Dana White lied to these men about this case, and the reason why he lied to them, he said, "Oh, don't worry about Mr. Hunt's case because he'd paid my lawyers off." You know, he thought that I didn't, wouldn't find out about it.
Yeah.
He said, the antitrust lawsuit, we'll just make a deal with. That's why they made a deal with that lawsuit.
Fucking hell. This goes so deep that you don't even
Bro, we
realize.
understand the
They're
web.
going to kill me, bro. I'm telling you, they're going to shoot me down somewhere.
Bro.
And they're going to say...
That's why the last time we spoke when we were at Haven, you were telling me about BlackRock and Vanguard. I was like, bro, I was thinking in my head,
You were like,
no,
you're
bro.
dead, nigga.
Hey, when I heard Vanguard, I'm like, shit, this nigga's going for it.
Fuck, they're gonna kill him.
Bro. Hang on, I'm not going to go. No, I'm not going to let this guy. He's going to get shot.
I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, bro, they're going to kill this guy. And then he's already like, oh, no, I don't care. We're going to die anyway.
But it's true, though. We're not immortal. We're all going to be... We're gone anyway. Like I said, for me, Theodore
Choose your
Roosevelt...
poison, eh?
Theodore Roosevelt said, bro, a purpose.
Yeah.
If you die for a worthy cause, we're not timid souls. I'm not a timid soul, that hides from the light. I was put here for the light. I'm here for the light because I'm here for his work. This is his work, not mine.
You know, in a lot of these drug cheats, you would have faced them in the UFC because I heard like at the elite level that all of these cunts are doping.
K1, Pride, UFC, you name it all.
You just look at the structure of their bodies, man.
I just like eating KFC, bro. I'm just fat. No, honestly, I used to have a really good body when I was younger.
Yeah.
Abs, everything. But as you get up the upper echelon ladders, these guys are up to no good. I see some of them are like, you weigh like 95 kilos and you're massive.
Yeah.
I weigh more than you, but you're still more bigger than me. How are you? Anyway.
And you can sort of tell by their structure. Like Brock Lesnar, as if you don't think he's on.
Man, you're like a fighter's body.
But hey, listen,
It's very hard to retain that type of muscle.
But it's like people said, the whole world said to me, bro, the whole world knew he was on steroids.
Yeah.
Why didn't you know, Mark? You dumb. And I was like this. Bro, okay, you try and take that to a lawsuit, to a court. It's like, oh, I knew he was on steroids, Your Honor. And the judge, Your Honor, said, why is that, sir? And he goes, because I could just look at him. And then the judge would go look at him, he goes, I look at you and you're stupid. Are you stupid? I don't know. You know?
Was there like a significant difference in his strength when you fought him? Did you know?
He was, I was like a little kid. I felt like my dad was beating my ass. You know what I mean? No shit.
Took me back there?
Bro, he took me back there like I felt helpless. He just, like the single leg on the crutch here picked up. As soon as off my toes, I said, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I said, Dad, please, let me get I was going to say, Dad, please, just let me go for a little bit.
Yeah, because he's got a wrestling background, eh? He's fucking...
So, yeah, I felt helpless. You know, no shit, I just felt helpless. Fuck this cunt. You know, I felt helpless. I'm going to knock this fucking cunt's head off next minute. Fuck, oh, please, Dad, stop.
I remember when you fought Bigfoot Silva, he popped as well, after the first fight, I think.
Yeah, he probably popped a lot of times before, like I said.
You can tell he's on it.
But hey, like I said, you only know 100% if you go and take blood.
Yeah.
I can't go and assume this guy's, you know, you might look like King Kong. I said, you know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Because what are you going to do with it? I thought he looked like he was on steroids, John. And then the John goes, listen, man, there's a lot of things that can look funny, but you know, unless you have real proof.
Hard. One thing I
That's
realized,
just hearsay.
One thing I realized, Mark, with your case, man, and it's a fucking business. Like, you know what I mean? And fucking, to your expense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I got the word.
Bro.
But the thing is, you know, these UFC contracts are slave contracts.
Yeah.
You know, Australia's put, $50 million into domestic violence against people here in Australia. I think this country has got the worst death rate because of domestic violence.
Yeah, really.
They put $50 million into it, but they give this guy Dana White, who's been assaulting his, you know, the lady, his wife, gives him money to do shows here. Their contracts, they only give 14% of the revenue to the fighters.
Yeah.
You know, they have 100% of it. These contracts are rubbish contracts. You know.
Yeah. I didn't realize until you started talking about it, Mike.
A lot of these fighters, bro.
What the fuck?
Can you explain to us a bit how the contracts work in the UFC?
Okay, so the Ali Act.
Because they don't even get any Medicare, you were saying.
Well, they look after you when you're actually working for them.
Yeah.
You know, with the Ali Act with boxing, it's 50% because of that Ali Act.
Yeah.
As soon as you become the world champion, your right is 50% of that revenue. So if that's $75 a pay-per-view, you're getting half of that straight away. With UFC, you have to make it to the bout for the title shot. Then you sit at a table with a guy named Dana White and say, oh, can I have $1, brother? Can I have $1?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, $1. He's going to say, well, look, man, I'll give you 50 cents. Out of that $75. And he goes, oh, yes. Okay, I'll take the 50 cents. Plus, you cost your contract money. So out of that $75 a pay-per-view, you're getting 50 cents.
Is that an actual number, like for real, or is that like an exaggeration?
That's if you negotiate with Dana. I'm just saying, you know, theoretically.
Oh, okay.
In order, I mean, you're trying to get more for yourself.
Yeah.
Like $5 or $10. But, you know, at the end of the day, why should I sit with this fucking mug?
Hard, bro.
You know?
That's crazy, huh?
That's reality. That's, you know.
Control.
That's a problem. That's their problem. That's a problem that this lawsuit, that the antitrust lawsuit has done. But, you know, they sold everyone out anyway. A lawsuit that was supposed to give me $9 million, US gave me only like $3 million. You know? Those guys, $1.3 billion lawsuit, they changed to just $335 million.
I'm surprised you kept fighting for the UFC after they popped. Like, I feel
you mean, as soon as I filed the lawsuit, my career was over.
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't give a fuck. You know, I felt like the bout was worthless. Was trying to fight for. I knew the company I was working for didn't have my back.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, I felt like the people that were supposed to look after me with their contracts, with their rules and regulations, didn't have my back. It's like a workplace. But then they started bullying me. Workplace bullying. You know, and the guys that were supposed to look after me weren't looking after me, and that's where I was let down.
Sacrifices must be made in the pursuit of truth.
It's like a battle. No one's got the balls to fight but you.
Straight out.
Well, like I said,
Doing what Mark Hunter always does.
Yes. Stand on business. Stand on business.
Underdog, whatever. Like I said, this purpose here was put by God. I said, you know what? You're the only one that's probably stupid enough to do it. I shouldn't say that. But that's
a good thing,
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
bro, I know that people say you're fucking stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not
That's what it
I'm
is.
not
That's what
scared.
it is.
Just
I'm not
bravery,
a coward.
like, straight out. It's
I've
just
never been a
bravery.
coward. I'm always, yeah, okay, do it. If you're gonna do that, do it then. I don't give it. Do it, man. Let's see it then, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
the whole
see it.
way.
Do it.
Yeah.
Kill me, yeah. Do it. I don't give a fuck, bro. I honestly don't. I just said, we're gonna run that shit. Do it. Let's do it.
If anything happens to Mark Hunt, just know it was set up.
Like I said, I don't give a shit. If I gotta
Anything
die, I
happens.
die. I don't care. That's it. That's my. For me, like I said, I've lived my life as high as I can and as hard as I can. I didn't shy away from any challenge.
Yeah.
I met every challenge when I realized what it is. Front on. Like everyone should meet all their problems and issues head on.
Demons, traumas,
You know, anything. You look at them and you fucking battle them. You don't just shy away from them because you're never going to get away from them. They're going to go here, there, everywhere. You know, it's something. And like I said, it's a battle it's not just for me. It's for you know. Like I said, I did this. Like I said to you before, I did a podcast. They said explain your shit in three sentences. I said I'll do it in one word. Equality. That's all I asked for.
Yeah.
Is equality. That's it.
Equality of opportunity.
Very honest and fair, Mark.
Bro, I mean, wouldn't you look at it and do it the same way?
Yeah, hard.
If you're going to look at challenges in life and say, you know, I'm not going to sit there half-assed and do it. It's like we're fighting. Like, you know, Mr. Miyagi, Karate Kid. Daniel-san, you here or you here? Never here. Okay? So what he's saying is you never go left, you go left or right. You never go in the
You go
middle
all the
as
way,
may be.
Yeah.
You know, never may be when fighting is I'm all in, all out.
Yeah.
That's it. In the highway, if it's fighting, you're gonna get run the fuck over because people like me, I say, I'm gonna kill you, boy. I'm all in, cuz. You know what I mean? I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm not,
everything out
maybe
there.
I'll do this. I'm not tentative. I'm not this, bro. I'm in there, bro. I'm gonna rip your shit up. You know, it's the same when you get that you know, that mantra, when you get that, when you go to fight, you just think, yeah, whatever. Talk your shit. Yeah, you know, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it should be.
What's the difference? Is the boxing industry any different? In terms of the,
What do you mean, here?
In regards to the contracts and the. compared to
I've
UFC?
only had like 3 fights that I've lost 2. I've only won one. I've had, I got, my first fight was John Wyborn. Oh, sorry, I had 4 fights. My first fight was John Wyborn. I went from the bar in Bondi Junction to, you know, my cigarette to fighting it. I lost the fight. The next
Just rocked
fight,
up, mate.
I just rocked up. Yeah, get in there, boy. What's this? Oh, shit. And then the next one was an English guy. He broke his hand on my head in the Central Coast.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
That's a walk in the park for me.
Bro, I've been hit with all sorts of shit, but the bat, that's a fucking no. So, that fight was a draw. The next fight was Gallon. I lost, even though I thought I won. I think I rung his bell a few times. Gallon, and then I fought Sonny Bill. So yeah, so I've only had 4 fights, and like I said, the most for contract wise, I mean, I was offered $3 million to take a dive against against Paul Gallon.
Yeah.
And
3 mil. Oh, so you got offered the 3 mil. People were telling me that you took the dollar.
you think I'll be fucking? Do you think I want? I'd rather have $3 million in the bank.
That's what I was
I
going to say.
should have said that because you'll have to go and collect the $3 million.
No, that's what I was going to say, Mark.
That's another podcast.
No, Mark,
Hey, that's another story, man. You know?
that's what I was going to say, because this goes totally against your character and everything you stand for, to throw a fight.
Yeah.
I've never been offered to take a dive ever my whole life, apart from that fight.
Yeah.
And for me, like I said, I hadn't fought in a while, and I actually enjoyed that fight against Gal. I rung his bell a few times, going, yeah, look at this guy, he's fucking in Mars.
Yeah.
Even though I lost the fight, I was funny as I was thinking,
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish it.
oh, bro, I was laughing at, bro, this guy is out of it, look at him. But yeah,
Mark was like, easy money.
but yeah, no, I got offered $3 million to take a dive. I just wanted to know how it worked. Then I found out how it worked, and I said, "Oh no, I won't do that." Yeah. Because, like I said, you're gonna go collect the $3 million. And you know, if you're gonna try and collect $3 million, you're surely gonna be dead or in jail.
Yeah, hard. Hey, unless you already got the bag in front of you. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah,
And that fight with Sonny, Mark, apparently, there was a, I remember we were at Haven.
Yeah.
There was a complication with that as well.
Yeah, I just look. I
They
just
didn't pay you or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was promised a certain amount of money, but I made a deal, not a contract. I shook a hand of a man I thought, because he was a man of faith. I thought he was trustworthy. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
He didn't honor his word, and he ripped me off. So at the end of the day, it is what it is.
If you knew that, you would have kept on going.
If I knew that, well, I would have got a proper contract. Yeah. We had a handshake deal.
Yeah.
And I trusted his word.
Yeah.
And what he said to me, and he's a man of faith, and he's supposed to be a man of faith, but
They all hide behind that, man.
he didn't honor me, bro. He didn't honor his fucking religion, to be honest.
I think the power of the dollar supersedes any belief. Like
That's a religion in itself, bro. That's a
yeah.
religion itself.
But I'm not going to go there right. Like I just said, he should have honored his fucking religion, but he didn't. He didn't honor me as a man. We had a handshake deal. There was no contract. He looked me in the eye. He looked at my son in the eye, and he fucking just bullshitted. And that's what happened. But I won the fight, and that's what happens. I mean, I went to the fight last night. I mean, I thought that fight last night, Sonny Bill won.
You reckon?
I thought he won.
Yeah. I thought
From where I was sitting, I was like, damn, he's fucking teeing off.
Yeah.
I thought actually he won. And because I even got my message to my partner, Fly, said 5-3 to Sonny Bill.
I forgot to ask you that when I rang you. Who do you reckon won?
Yeah, 5-3. I thought and I'm not a judge, but from where I was sitting, I was like, he was just landing all the shots.
Yeah.
He was just playing him like a matador,
Yeah.
And that's what I thought. But from what I saw, I left already when they made the decision. When I heard the decision, I was, oh damn. But I was, like I said, I was going for Gal because my partner's nephew, Tane, goes up with Gallen's niece, Sarah Gallen. So I'm like this, go Gal, yeah.
hey, Mark, so you're sitting on the couch eating cheesecake, right?
Yeah.
It's Sonny Bill calls you out. What's going through your head?
I was sitting there going, well, I'm in need of some money. Okay, yeah, what is it? Who is it against? Because Coda's calling for a meeting, and I said, oh, yeah, I'll go sit with Coda. Yeah, right. And I straight away I was like, okay, there must be about a fight. I said, they're trying to, get me to fight. Well, they must need some credibility there. So I thought, okay, yeah. And I said, then the fight came about with Sonny Bill, and I said, okay, yeah. That's when I made a deal.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. In the end, yeah.
Because when they called you out, I seen that was a bold move, man.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck, you must be crazy, man.
Look, to be honest, I'd never call someone out, I'd never call David Tua out as a boxer.
Yeah.
I'd never do so out of disrespect. But, especially if, I was like, I'm 49, I was sitting in my couch, I was like, bro, leave the old guy alone, But, I guess they wanted some credibility on his record, but,
I feel like you're from a different time, so you'd never do the call-out stuff or the talking and...
Oh man, they paid me to push Gallen at the presser, so put some hype behind the fight. I mean, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I reckon the name's enough hype. You don't need all the shit talking. That's just how entertainment's dominating the sports now. So if you bring a crowd,
but Jake Paul, all these guys are influencers. I mean, that's the way of the world these days. Everyone watches this shit and they're influenced.
Attention is the new currency, man.
Yeah.
So if you can get views in, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I was doing that shit years ago without, doing videos and where you are. People were tuning in,
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't open up a YouTube channel. You'll see it on Facebook and Instagram. And I think the highest I got paid was the Brock Lesnar. I think it was like 20,000 for the month, just for that for media.
No way.
Crazy. Yeah, you can make some serious making serious money.
Where social media is now, people are cashing in on YouTube, everything.
They're cashing in hard. Fuck, I wish I had my social media back. They banned my shit.
Hey, Mark, would you ever let your kids pursue a career in like kickboxing, MMA, or anything like that?
Well, I hope, like I said, I can't stop my kids from doing whatever they want. I mean, it's up to them. Their life is their life, and I just want them to enjoy their childhood. I want them to enjoy their childhood, unlike mine. I grew up pretty fast. I grew up as a fighter pretty fast because I had no choice. They have a choice to enjoy their lives, but it makes it kind of hard because it makes them a strong man brings you know what I mean. And then the kids have become, who knows? I don't know. Maybe you want to ask. No, you want to come in and maybe you want to ask him. I mean, I just wanted the kids to enjoy their own lives.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a question.
Stay as young as possible. Oh, no, he's looking over goal.
I'm just, for me, to be honest, I wanted the kids to enjoy their own lives. I mean, and just be kids instead of worrying about adult shit.
Yeah.
Worried about, as soon as you become an adult,
100%.
that's when you get bills. You realize, oh, now I'm an adult because I
Yeah.
have to worry about bills. Worry about life.
Every time me and my brother would drive past kids and I'm like, enjoy life. That's the best stage in school.
You'll always want to go back there, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Balls and all that shit, because when you get to our ages, then you go, oh man.
Hey, Mark, as bad as our childhoods were, do sometimes you think, like, wish you were a child again?
I know. I don't want to go back.
Same.
I want to enjoy. For me, I would never be the person I am today without going through that.
Yeah.
I would never be the person with integrity, with the kind of willpower I have, all the positive traits that I do have. If I didn't get, didn't go through that childhood.
It's
Forge
like that
in the
saying,
fire. It's
I think I said it the wrong way. It's like some of the good memories you had when you were young. Sometimes do you ever...
I don't even remember. That's the mechanism. I have.
It's like they say, until death, all defeat is psychological. So if you can overcome it, then you just win, stay winning.
Yeah, but there's not a good memory, man. There's not. All of it's just despair. And what do you call that? What's the word that helpless? Helpless. Helplessness is, bro. It's like the worst thing, bro. If you get lost in that, bro, there's no coming back.
Hard.
Do you ever feel like sometimes in your adult life, because of how fucked your childhood was, do you ever feel like in your adult life you're so focused on your goals that you forget to stop and smell the roses sometimes and enjoy where you're at now?
I think when you get to about 40, you start reflecting on life and things. For me, I think I'm just gonna, just gun it till I'm not doing anything, till I accomplish all my goals. Even now as an old man, I'm still learning. Look, as an old man, I've got a goal of becoming the world bare knuckle champion. I'm fighting next year, 2026. That's not a flex though, but I'm just saying. People say, "Are you crazy?" Yeah. But you know what I mean? That's the mentality.
Level of delusion.
People just built like that.
That level of positive delusion, man. If you don't have it, you can't go nowhere with it.
I'm not going to be sitting there. When it's done, man, next year's coming, hey, put me in there. I want in there, I want to get fucking fucked up, what I mean?
I got a lot of respect for you, man, for that.
But that's crazy. But like I said, I'm not going to sit there and reflect on life now. I've got too many goals and ambitions and to move forward in life to try and achieve. Still learning, that's always a positive thing. Always 100%, man.
Always learning, huh?
Yeah.
It sounds like your new partner's had a massive impact on your life, eh?
She has, for the lawsuit, in a positive way about how things are supposed to be, and she's made me realize how kind of smart I am and articulate I am. I'm not always the fucking raging, shut the fuck up on Instagram. All the you're a dumb fucking cunt, you peasant dog, all that sort of shit. I've
got a brain cunt.
I'm always on there going, get fucked. All that same shit on fucking online, on gaming. Like my alter ego was wild, bro. He's a wild motherfucker. Some of my gaming buddies sit there probably laughing because they don't want to play with me because this guy's a shadow. He's fucking cheating. You're a fucking cheating sack of shit. And there's a
UFC. You know Dana White, motherfucker.
Bro, the gaming online, they know my gamer tag. They just say, And you know what's funny? The other game I was playing, they were making fun of me. There's like this, oh, daddy, stop beating me. I'm thinking, you fucking cunt. I swear to God, I was going, I said to him,
hey, the internet's undefeated.
I swear to God.
The intelligence goes out the window. You just become a dog. You know what I do to you?
No shit. That's exactly what it is. And every time I go on there, it makes me laugh because like I said, I love being a dog. It's fucking
Gaming is just like driving.
It's fucking rage bait, bro. It's rage bait.
You fucking dog.
Hey, they're so good at the rage bait, bro.
But it's the best.
What games do you play?
I play chess and I play a game called Counter-Strike,
Let's go.
I'm coming online soon.
We're all playing. We're all playing.
Yeah. Bro, let's lobby.
We all play cards. Fuck yeah.
I kicked out I didn't do I jigged the whole year of 11 to go and gamble on Counter-Strike at Blacktown.
Oh, bro, fuck.
I love that game, man.
Bro, me and we have a community of our boys that play with, bro, but it's like I said, when they go online, it just gets nasty.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
People
Used to
get
gamble on
nasty.
Ice World.
Oh, bro,
You know,
fuck.
if the voice chat
You know the
got
four
leaked,
squares?
Yeah, that's an old. I haven't seen that. They've just made the new season. Season 3 just came out.
way.
They just came out just now.
Yeah.
No
We had
way.
to re-
He's building my
we had to
computer
get-
probably in the next week or two.
Yeah.
And then I'll come online.
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
boys will-
why not?
yeah, fuck it.
He's
We'll start a clan. We'll start a clan.
bro. We've already got a clan now. Some of the boys are in the 86 clan. I made my own clan. It was called the Window Peepers. Yeah, bro. No one's really good at the game.
That's
bro.
taking the piss
Yeah.
out of you.
Fuck it.
Bro, because he's got those young reflex, young eyes, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, you should see me when I'm playing. They just mock because some of the people that know my kid get, fuck, he's here, he's here. Like, they start talking. They start talking like
I'm
that.
following you, bro.
Yes, they start fucking going to start going crazy. But I swear some of them know who I am.
Mark jumps out of the corner of grenades. Huh?
I swear to God, some of them have fucking, they've put me online, they recorded me, bro. They recorded me fucking on middle going fucking bonkers, going, I'll fucking kill you, dog.
Oh no!
Bro, I
Bro,
swear
if
to
the
God.
voice chat gets leaked, everyone's fucked, lad. We're all going to jail.
hard.
I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
bro,
We're
bro.
all,
You
we're
know
all
what
getting
it is?
cancelled,
The
bro.
alter ego, bro, just
Yeah.
Yeah, you
100%.
need something to go unleash that.
100%.
That's, bro, most fighters are gamers, and that's where everyone goes. That's why I love going gaming, especially with the boys.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, bro, it's funny as, bro.
Yeah.
It's a coping
funny as.
mechanism for me, bro. I was been gaming all
It
my life.
alleviates that little itch to fight still in your old age. Eh?
Bro. But it keeps the reflexes good, bro.
Yeah, it really does, bro. It's good for
Hey,
you.
how different is it? The whole internet thing. It's elevated since back in the day. It's totally different. The gaming,
Bro, gaming was all at a cafe. But,
Yeah, that was back when I was playing. When the cafes were still.
Or you
there.
meet up at someone's house.
bro, everyone goes and
Bring up
sits there. The
controller.
fucking place smells like cigarettes. Everyone's ass. Smells like, bro, because everyone's got a LAN parties with the boys. Everyone's drinking. That's where I was. I was at a LAN party with the boys in Auburn when I got the call to fight. I said, yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Right, let me tell you, I'll tell you that story about that, why I say that like that. Eh?
Yeah.
I was in Korea. I was going through I was in Korea. I was my manager. His name is Mike. We were in Korea, and I was going through an argument with this group of people for a lawsuit, right? We were arguing, and then I said to Mike, because we were there, I was going there to make some money, $10,000 for my parents in Korea. I was getting a bull named after me in Korea.
No way.
Yeah,
How's a cracker, lad?
yeah.
He was like. I'll send you some of the videos.
Yeah.
He was like a big deal in Japan.
Yeah, but we were in Korea, so we were in there. Me and my manager played tennis. We were talking afterwards. We had a phone call in about half an hour with these people, and he said to me, "Oh, look, Mark, what do you want?" And I said, "I want this, that, this." And then because he's American, he's like, "Sure." And I said, "I want this, and I want this." And every time I said, he's like, "Sure, you want this, sure." And I go,
Like a little
fucking
parrot.
nothing out. Yeah, he's like all the time. What do you want again? I want this. I want 750. I want a fucking this. I want this. And he's
Sure. Hey, what did they call you? They had a name for you.
What?
They had a name for you. I think it was. You said on another. It was Mark something. Mark. I don't know. It was like a respectful name, like an Asian name or whatever.
Oh, Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Yeah, Hanzo.
They call me because Japanese. Yeah, they call it in Hanto. They call me Hanto-san. They normally go
Hanto-san.
the last
Yeah, that's it,
name,
that's it,
Hanto-san. So
Hanto-san.
san means friend,
Yeah.
and Hanto's like Hunt's my last name, but they say
Yeah.
Hanto.
Yeah.
I was like this. Yeah,
Hunter, sure.
Hey, Mark, just before we close it up, I just wanted to ask you a few more questions. How was it after you won, when you beat Francisco Filia? How was it? Because you would have went from being an underdog into like an instant star.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
the biggest stories, like underdog stories, and they called that story the K1 Bible. I was nobody, then I became the highest kickboxer paid in the world, beating the top, and then they didn't know much about me.
Yeah.
They didn't know who I was, and for me, I just came from. They pretty much said I just came off the street, which I literally did. My first go at the K1 Worlds, and I become, and that's. I was 27 years of age, and I got my first pro contract. So I was a prize fighter then.
Wow.
I was still working a full-time job.
Was that money USD? Or
Yeah. So back in the days, our money was like the Aussie dollar was double. We were getting paid. So if I made $1 in American there, it'll be like $2 here.
Fuck.
So I made like
I
nearly
remember
$1
those days. I
Yeah,
remember those days,
I made like nearly $1 million. I bought my parents a house. I just like financial illiteracy is what I had. I didn't know about money, and even now I'm learning a lot of shit now about even now within, like they said, with endowments.
Endowments, yeah.
And with money and stuff. So that's really important to know. you know, you might make a lot of money, but if you spend a lot of money also, but if you make a lot of money, it depends on what you do with it. So for me,
100%.
for me, learning about an endowment fund, you know, at 8%, low percent, bro, at that alone it's all you need. You don't even need to start any businesses.
Yeah.
You know, just get, you know, the lowest I think is $500,000. You put into a, you know, low interest endowment fund that gives you every year. You have to wait for a year. Every year after that, you'll get $40,000, $80,000. And if you leave it there, just keep going. You'll be higher and higher.
Compounding interest, yeah.
That's how these guys.
That'd be in the withdrawal policy, eh?
Bro, if you like, like I had an endowment plan for, bro, I had a lot of endowment plans, and I still have these plans when I get the funds for it. So you know, I think $100 million gives you $8 million a year, you know, and if you know, for doing nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, you got to let it sit for a year, but every year after that is $8 million and $100 million, and it just.
And whoever
you don't
takes
touch
out
it.
puts back in. Yep. Yeah.
No, you just, if you don't touch it, it goes to next year the 16
Compounds.
millions. Yep.
That's how they have the intergenerated wealth, eh? All these rich people.
Yeah, well, it's
just-
investing because there's a lot of different, these S&P 500, there's a lot of
Yes.
different yields. So some of them have higher percentages
Higher
on
risk,
return, but they're higher risk as well.
The high-
You can lose it. It's very volatile.
Yeah, low percent, like 8%
where
is
it's at.
low. It's better to just sit
That's
there
where it's at. Like,
and just let it just wait for a year and just sit there. And you don't have you don't have to worry about doing business or anything. Just sit there making money and just sit there laugh. And you can use that. You can go to the bank and say, "Oh, I've got an endowment fund
Equity.
worth this much. I need to borrow this much."
The bank's
So
jumping it, right?
Yeah,
they- look, straight away they say, "Okay." They'll give you the loan or whatever it is. So long as, so long as it's like that.
that's the secret sauce part because the borrowed money is not taxed. But if you pull the money out of the endowment, it's taxed.
There you go.
You know, you see.
You know, Zay?
I'm learning now.
165 fucking refresh rate.
All right, cuz. Fucking hell. What do I need more than 165 for, bro?
Bro, why not, man? Counter-Strike, bro, it goes to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Hey, you remember when we were talking before we started recording about the nerves?
Nerves, yeah.
Yeah, because in my last one I struggled with it. I ended up coming out and I ended up I got swallowed by the occasion, practically. So was there any times that you thought you went through the same thing?
My first fight in Japan.
Yeah,
I said to you guys, my first fight in Japan, I went from...
Crazy.
Yeah, but I went from here.
different level. But
I went from here, 1,000 in Melbourne, 1,000 seater to Japan. I walked out. Bro, I was like, I couldn't eat for the whole week. I was nervous, and you know, when you don't eat, you've got to eat, bro. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep properly. I was trying to do myself. Before I walked out, I was with Lucy and Alex. And then when I walked out...
Alex Tui?
Alex Tui, yeah. Lucy was my manager, and Alex was my trainer.
Yeah.
I was training at Mundine.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do myself, going, yeah. And as I walked out there, bro, and I'm like, because I was like Godzilla as I walked out there. Fuck, as soon as the lights hit me, I was like, sure. Bro, I was like a mouse, bro. I swear to God.
That's on a fucking world stage.
bro.
When you feel the lights beat you,
40,000 people.
I felt like this more. I just went, yeah. I was like that. Sure. And I just knew it was me that they wanted on the chopping block.
Yeah.
And this guy's here for the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And then Jerome Le Ben's up there with fucking going, yes, boy, come here.
Sharpening
Turn
his
around,
knife.
I've got the lube, man.
Hey, Mark, you were saying before as well when we were talking on camera about like it doesn't get any easier. You just know how to weather it.
No, yeah, as it get higher,
Yeah.
the stage gets higher, the more risk of everything, the more involved, the more people watching, it gets higher, it gets worse. It gets higher and higher.
Yeah.
Damn.
But you bring it to you, bro, it's the best feeling, bro. As it gets higher, the more the risk, the more the rewards, the more of everything, bro. It's like just elevates so high, so you're just fucking going around going, sure.
To the bank account's going, sure.
Yeah. It is, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
So, like I said, as it gets higher, there's more at stake. You know, more at stake.
Yeah.
You know, when there's more at stake,
Yeah.
then you gotta be, you know, you gotta have that feeling.
Yeah.
There's more to gain and more to lose.
I can only imagine that feeling of just feeding off the crowd's NGA.
That's when you're like a fucking monster, bro. That's when you're like, you feel like, bro. You're like, I got goosebumps just talking about it. Because you feel like, bro. It's like that, you know, like there's people's got that thing of the hair at the back going down the whole body.
yeah.
That's how I feel like, oh.
Chill down your spine, man.
Bro, it's just the craziest feeling, man. And like I love it more than any drugs, bro. It's like there's so much of those endorphins, like when you do coke or whatever, that rubbish.
Yeah.
It's like you get that fucking shit. It's like that, like when you get the pure stuff. It's like snap, my head's like this.
Cause that tingle.
It's tingling, my head's bubbling. Well, my mate's he was at the bottom. I said, bro, but my head's bubbling, and one time, my head's bubbling. I turned to the bouncer. I said, bro, what's this shit, bro? He said, I feel like jumping through the roof, bro. And he's like, calm down, Mark, calm down. I said, wow. Crazy shit, bro.
Hey, Mark, your fight in bare knuckle? The one in January you were saying, yeah?
Well, it's 2026 is next year. I don't know who it is. I said to my friend and manager, Gabriel, I said, bro, put me in.
Yeah.
I want in this time. It was supposed to be in September, but the goalpost changed with my lawsuit. I had to stop my training. I had to refocus on my lawsuit. Yeah. But next year, 2026, and like I said before to you guys, it's not a flex. I'm an old guy, but I'm always up for the war, bro.
Flex, bro. You earned that flex, cuz.
It's not a flex, but like I said, I'd love to be, like I said, at 50, 51, 52 years old, going to that battle going, man, you're the oldest mother. Even when the UFC is like, you're the oldest motherfucker still doing it. I'm like, yeah, and
do something about it.
And he can still do it.
Bro. And that's what I'm going to still do, because it's a good prize money.
It's a testament to who you are as a person.
You going in as the same? The hair?
Yeah, the Super Samoan, of course. I get it. I've always wanted to grow my hair long, and I didn't have a chance, but now I got a chance to. That's why my hair's long, but I have to cut my hair.
Proper Goku.
That's why I didn't recognize you when I seen the long hair. Like, nah, bro, I can't get it.
You're gonna have to do like you make it all blue this time. I make a
when you go through court and you eventually win, bro, he's gonna be all over the line.
The win back papers.
Why not, bro? Why not, man? Why not, man? Shucks. Shucks.
Hard.
When you're doing something, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, bro.
You speak your truth all the time, and you say, that's why social media is a good thing, because you go in there and say whatever the fuck you want. People go, so what? Yeah, man.
Bro, I can't take it too serious, on social media. You reckon?
It's a problem.
Hey, Mark, looking back on your life, just before we close off, any regrets?
None.
None at all?
Fucking hell.
There's a lot of regrets.
Oh, shit, you got me.
There's a lot of regrets, but I never want to take back anything.
Yes.
It's got you here. That's what I was saying.
I'll never, there's so many regrets, but I'll never want to change it. 100%. I stay with true to who I am. And like I said, I've made so many mistakes, bro, in my life. Yeah. I've made a shitload of mistakes, but I own them all. If I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't be here. I want to be the person I am today. That's 100% me, I take that with it. 100%.
That's solid, bro.
Yeah.
That's real strength.
The window papers.
Fuck.
Hectic.
Time to wrap it up.
Hey, Mark, just one other question. What's mental health mean to you?
Everything. I mean, look at my older brothers. Look at a lot of people around the world. They go kill themselves. They're at the point where, for me, I look at people that kill themselves as weak. I look at them and say, why? And they're selfish. That's the reason I say that. And
you leave a lot of
is because they left all of us here. If we all have to suffer on this shitty planet,
their problems stop.
But when I talk to some people, they say, you shouldn't be like that. And I said, I shouldn't be like that. That's not, that's not for me to go that route. I just find it kind of selfish on their part for everyone else. But mental health, my brothers both went through it. I just can't, you can't really comprehend what they went through. They were just too much to handle, and they just snapped.
Yeah. Can happen to anyone really, depending on what happens in your life.
Yeah. It's just how you deal with it. A loss is always a loss for people, but it's how you deal with that loss.
After it,
After it, we all have our demons and our battles and our cross to carry, all of us.
Get back up, man.
All of us have got a cross to carry, man.
100%.
I think the most dangerous part is when you don't have the support systems in place as well.
Yeah.
Like whenever something happens to one of the boys, they know that they've got somewhere to come and talk it out.
Yes.
Around them.
But some people are alone, lad. Like they don't have that support system.
Yes.
Jumping on the game, talking shit and forgetting everything that's wrong.
Because it's all right to just sometimes you just need to talk to someone.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But everyone these days, everyone needs a helping hand sometimes.
100%,
Everybody, bro. I mean,
100%.
I know I've had and needed a hand so many times. Like, you know, some of my friends, they need a hand. I went question. I said, oh yeah, man, I'll give you a hand. You know, what do you need? That's it.
To be seen is to be heard, bro.
Majority of the ones that need help are the ones that won't even ask.
That's the problem. See, that's the problem with people. I mean, like, and that's a hard thing. And a lot of us Polynesians like they're shy about doing it. But bro, everything's not honky dory. Everything's not as good as people make out. They're like social media people make out a whole lot of bullshit. You know, it's not actually their lives.
The highlight reel.
You know?
It's a fucking highlight.
It's a farce. It's a fucking farce. But the truth is, we all need help.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Everyone needs help. And you know, if we can just say, look, man, put my hand up, and it's up to those around that person to say, okay, what do you need, man?
Yeah.
How can we help?
Man, that coming from you, Mark, speaks volumes, man.
But
Like probably one of the best Polynesian fighters to ever lace on gloves, man. For you to say that,
well, it's true though.
even you go through battles, you know what I mean?
It's true. But like I said, there's a lot of, I never asked for fucking a cent or anything. But you know, that's just, sometimes, man, you just, like I said, I've always prayed to God, and like for this case of what happened, I got on my knees and I asked the Almighty for help for this case.
Yeah.
And this is 2 weeks before I made flow.
We'll be praying for you, lad.
And that's why you're going to win.
That's why, because that's when I met her. I was like this, and then everything changed from that point onwards.
Yeah.
So, like I said, when I needed the help, times were hard. I got on my knees and I said, "Good Lord, you know, I've done everything you've asked. You know." And he's like this, sure. No, I've done everything you've asked. And then I said, I need help.
Yeah.
You know, you put me on this road and this battle against, you know, the Kraken, and it just grew fucking 10 heads. It just grew 10 heads. I need help.
The Hydra.
How much longer do you reckon it'll drag on?
Well, Donald Trump's in power for the next 3 more years.
Oh man, that's a 3-year battle.
He's
Yeah,
blocked.
bro.
He's at the door blocking. And the statute of limitation, depending on, I really hope he doesn't get another term, to be honest. And I just hope, like I said, I have to change the trajectory. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm still filing for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I can't do it as a pro se litigant. I got to file, you know, my lawsuit, but I can't speak to the bar because I'm not a lawyer that's been admitted to that bar, the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues about corruption, which is kind of sad for me.
Yeah.
You know, some of the guys that still do work for them that have got the best case ever, like Bisping with the loss of his eye, DC with his John Jones fight with the same night as Brock Lesnar. These guys just took a cushy job, and you know, they could have changed the status quo with
They
their
could have
case.
joined the fight with you.
They could have won their fights, you know, open and shut. Michael Bisping locks his eye. He could have just done things to make things easier for everyone else.
Yeah.
It takes balls, but
But
They protect who they want, huh?
It's a bit of selfishness.
no,
eh?
they just, you know, they just. I don't think they wanted it to be on the better part of history. They just, I think they just wanted to be,
Yeah.
you know, I think they just thought about common sense. Look, I'd rather just look after my family,
Yeah.
look after myself.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
yeah, fair.
So yeah.
I guess at the end of it, man, you'll bring the dub back like as usual.
I'm gonna try, man. Like I said, I'm
really good.
always in for the fight, and if you're not in for the fight, you can't win.
We're praying for you, lad.
Got to be in it to win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Gotta be
Hey,
in it
Mark,
to
it was an honour having you on.
Honour,
today.
straight out. That was
mad,
crazy.
yeah.
That was
That was a good yarn, bro.
Hey, and I'm looking forward to gaming with these.
Right, 100%.
bro. Yeah,
Mark, get him.
I'm gonna show you.
This dog's cheating.
You know Dana, what you motherfucker?
I'm gonna show you what 165 can do, brother. Watch.
Well, you better show me because, like I
I'm
said,
gonna show you, cuz.
mine's
360.
240.
240,
I've got a 300, but it's 240. You know, I've got the same computer as you have.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, he's a talented gamer, but some of the boys are really talented. But bro, we got to log on together, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, no, we'll arm up and we'll join
Thank you
you.
for coming, bro. Thank you for
Appreciate
coming,
you guys,
man.
you know, for
Respect,
having
bro.
me on, and hopefully you guys reach more, a few more hearts, and you know, help them on the right path of life and
100%.
everything. But you know, as a gamer brother, we on here.
Yeah, bro.
Right on.
Thank
Mark,
you very much.
anytime you want to come on, just give us a bell.
I've seen my piece, bro. That's it, man. You know,
Yeah.
so hopefully it can come on a bit later when the lawsuit's a bit more progressed.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 100.
When you get the
Yeah.
dub, brother.
In a year's time.
So yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank
it was
you.
a fucking honour.
Yeah, close off.
Like, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in on tonight's episode. Next guest.
I can't say.
Don't want to say?
Nah, I can't say. I ain't saying shit. You wait and see, motherfucker.
Tune in next episode.
But tune in next episode. Thank you.